Why be easy when you can just die? My stupid chair got stuck to the thing. If we shake them... never mind. I'm Chewy Mew, and welcome to my channel, but more specifically, welcome to another Chewy Mew video, where today we're going to be taking a look at a figure from my collection that I got, honestly now, it's probably been like a couple months, I don't even remember when, and I got that figure in a mystery box. Actually, because I'm really lucky, I guess, I got two of those figures in two separate mystery boxes, and that figure is the ToyBiz Marvel Legends Fearsome Foes box set Spider-Man. So here he is, guys. Got him on a display stand here. Fantastic Four display stand. So that's one of them. And the other one I got is this guy here. It's the same figure. I mean, obviously same. Well, not the exact same one, but you know. So we have two of them here. And the colors on both of them, I think the colors on... They both have a little bit of paint wear and stuff. They came from the same seller. And I guess they had two figures. They're like, put them in a mystery box. This one of the mystery boxes, I don't remember which. I think it was this one came first. It was like 40-something-ish dollars, and this one was like 30-something in the mystery box. The second mystery box kind of really sucked because I got a... Or no, I don't even remember what came in which box. But yes, so these are those are two of the figures. And both of these look, I think this one actually, the paint on it looks nicer, so I'm going to be looking at this one here. Using the power of magic and boiling and sand and stuff like that. Sanded down both of their pegs so I can take the heads off. I think the paint on the one on the right side, the one right here, I think the paint on that one looks nicer. The head looks a little bit darker. You can see both of the webbing on it. But for some reason, I don't know why on my camera you can barely see the webbing on this. Like the webbing on this head... You can barely see you can barely see it if it's all the way close up. And yeah, it does reuse the body of McFarlane. The very narrow but kind of pointed eyes, like the pointed tip on the end of the eye right here. Big pupil eye. To me, it just looks really what's the word? Like, I guess creepy. The really skinny body with the kind of creepy looking head sculpt. It just sells the whole idea of this being, you know, creepy. Like, just sneaks up on you. And then he gets you. Yeah, you know, something like that. The skinny body and the creepiness, it kind of works. To me, McFarlane isn't this skinny. Like, to me, McFarlane, you know, McFarlane's drawing, he doesn't look that, Spider-Man doesn't look that skinny as this. But I feel like with this, like, the creepy-looking head sculpt and the thin body, I feel like this one, it definitely works off a lot more. You can see the paint on here. See, it has the red, then it has, like, it does look a little bit messy, honestly. The red and the blue are bleeding onto each other. I think the spider on the one on my left, it looks better. I think that spider looks better there. Our Marvel 2006 ToyBiz Worldwide, and then on the top Marvel Entertainment Worldwide, or Marvel Entertainment 2006. And the other foot is missing the plate on the bottom. That's what I've noticed. But here you get to see the way the ankle pivot works, where the foot, it hinges and there's that little bar right there that keeps it moving. On Fearsome Foes, his shoulders are actually smooth here. On McFarlane, they have, he has like the web pattern all the way down the shoulder. This one, for some reason, that's different. They didn't have that sculpted on. And that one is the, I noticed it specifically with this one in McFarlane. When you rotate the arms, and you start rotating the arms like this, you notice how the arm, it moves in. Like the butterfly joint kind of moves in on its own. You have to like hold the joint to rotate it. And that's a bit of a nitpick there. And another thing is the arms only go up this high. They don't even go up the same. On the other Fearsome Foes, they also only go up this high. Which, I mean, this one doesn't go up nearly as high, though. But I don't know why I don't know why they move differently like that. And also, you know, this figure has tons of articulation. You know, all sorts of great posability and stuff. Definitely, people say, like, one of the best ball-jointed legs there is. And everything is great. Individual fingers. But then... why do they skimp out on making the shoulders only go up that high? I mean, obviously, yeah, you could just take it, rotate it like that, boom, and then you have this pretty much the same idea. And then you pretty much have the same idea, but wouldn't you rather just have the convenience of, I don't have a figure like this. Wouldn't you rather just have the convenience of just taking your figure and boom the arm all the way up rather than having to take it, rotate it around, and do this? You know, just for the convenience of it, I'd rather just be able to just boom all the way straight up, you know? I mean, if they're going to give all this posability, you couldn't just cut this piece of plastic here to make it a little bit longer. You know, that's because what this has. It has, this is more sculpted plastic over top of it. You see there's like a little joint right there. Come on, focus. little joint in there right there, which that's because this plastic in the shoulder gets stuck in there, so it catches it and it doesn't go all the way in. Like Green Goblin here, you can see how the joint on his arm is cut all the way down here. It's not really cut, it's just the way they sculpted the plastic, where this one you don't see the, like this line right here, the circular line. They have that sculpted so you can move the arm up and it doesn't cause any, doesn't stop the joints. This one, unfortunately, it has that, which I really wish it didn't. It's very, very great. You know, you can go past 90 degrees here. You can even rotate the legs all the way around here. And I overall think they're great. These work great and they're really, really good. But, I mean, they couldn't make the balls a little bit less, make them like a little narrow, make them a little, they couldn't be a little less, I don't know, to me on this figure, they look very much apparent. Obviously on some of their figures, it's pretty noticeable too. Like on Venom here, Sinister Six Venom, it doesn't, to me, it doesn't look as noticeable because it's black and it kind of blends in with his legs. And also you can see they're slightly smaller than the thighs, but then the pelvic joint kind of covers it. So it, to me on Venom, it doesn't look as apparent as compared to looking at him, where him, it looks very much, like if they made the ball smaller and going in a little bit more to the waist, it would look less, to me, I don't know, to me it just looks a little bit, I don't know, off, because I guess how far the balls stick out there. Compare that again to, you know, Green Goblin here, who has the more, like, regular shaped legs kind of thing here, which offers still a great amount of motion. So I feel like when you get the guy posing and stuff, it's not really, you don't really notice it too much. But when he's just standing up straight like this, you do notice. Head looks up all the way, looks down all the way, rotates all the way around. I don't know if it's just mine for being loose, but it has like, feels like it has a little bit like a pivot in it. It might just be loose. Arms rotate all the way around. And like I said, they only go up about a little less than 90 degrees. Very good butterfly joints, though. I like how discreet these are. They move very, very good, but they're also very discreet. Like depending on how you get them angled, like right there, it almost looks like he doesn't even have a butterfly joints here. But then when you move them, obviously you can tell they're butterfly joints here. Also, I noticed on McFarlane, or never mind, this one has it too. On the back here, you can see how they actually sculpted the webbing that goes inside of the body. Like this part's sculpted here too as well. It is a different color plastic than this piece. This is actually like a little bit of the shoulder piece, it's actually completely thick and like a solid piece, whereas the torso, you can kind of hear it's like, it's hollow because obviously you're not going to make this solid, you know. Like the head is, it's completely solid. Well, there's like a hole in it, but yeah, there's like a hole in it, but it's basically like completely solid, you know. Yeah, the butterfly joints, the front part here, they didn't sculpt webbing on it. On McFarlane, only I think one of them has web sculpting on it. I'm actually just gonna grab McFarlane. I think I know where he is. Yeah, this guy, he's been through a bit of hell. Since the last time I reviewed him, my dog got it, and she broke the arm here. So this arm is broken. It comes off now. I used a little bit of Lego and stuff like that to fix it in here. And then the knee joint got damaged. The paint got scratched. The shoulder joint here broke. And like I was saying, when you move these back here, move the shoulder joints back, you can see how on McFarlane here, for some reason on McFarlane, they sculpted this on here. That's actually sculpted. This part's smooth. And here, that part's smooth and these are smooth. But this one, it's 3D sculpted. When you move them out, yeah, again, it's kind of weird how they're not like identical. They are different still in like weird ways. This one again is not 3D sculpted. That one's 3D sculpted, and both of these two are 3D sculpted. Looking at the shoulder, like I said, how I cut the plastic off of my McFarlane. So my McFarlane, the arms go up this high now, which they should go up that high by default anyway. And since this guy's been through so much hell and has so much damage to him and stuff, I mean, only really like the arm and the missing the head. That was like a game changer. It's like, you know, I'm missing the most important part of figures. It's the head, and so I was like, screw it, I'm just going to start doing stuff to it. You can see here how the shoulder on this one actually has the 3D web sculpting all the way on it. This one is all smooth. I don't know why they didn't have this on, because this one, I mean, it's not like they had to remove it. And it's not like they changed articulation. The articulation is still the same. On McFarlane, the joint, it's still stopped like right there. So all you can move is pretty much still like this. Go like, look at the way they're completely straight right here, like straight. You kick it, and it goes at an angle. It doesn't go completely straight like that. And they changed that where McFarlane, or Fearsome Foes, when you kick his leg, I mean, it's still kind of trying to get it lined up right. Okay, so when you kick it, it does, I mean, it still does go at an angle, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the way the legs are set up. I don't know. To me, when I pose it, the legs don't angle that much compared to McFarlane's. Everything else, they both don't have ankle pivots and the toes bend good and stuff like that. I think McFarlane has a bit more, like a bit more detail work, more paint, more vibrant. Well, not vibrant, but like more paint apps to it. This one might just be played with and used and stuff from it, but I mean, on some parts it does have the black paint on it here, but it's not identical still, and I really like that, how they are still a little bit, different here, but I feel like the paint on this one just overall looks a little bit cleaner. Also, these aren't his arms, these are the Spider-Sense Spider-Man arms. But yeah, so now that we've kind of crapped on both of these guys, it wasn't a complaint about this, I'm kind of just pointing out, the differences here. And yeah, let's just continue the articulation. So yeah, perfect head articulation, ball joint rotation, arms rotate, go all the way up. Butterfly joints are really good. The ab goes all the way back. It goes all the way forward and goes like kind of back, not so much, but still goes back pretty good. Perfect double bend in the elbows and the knees. Rotation here in his glove, a hinge in the wrist, and you can move all 4 fingers together. These fingers are stuck together there a bit. And as many people have stated before, the web shooting hands, these 2 front fingers, if you bend them all out, the 2 middle fingers, they're kind of more, a little bit bent in. You can see they're a little bit more bent in compared to the out 2, where they're more like this. So when you do the web shooting pose, because some fingers, all the fingers are bent like this. So when you do web shooting pose, it looks like that. But this one, when you do the web shooting pose, it looks much more like your normal web shooting hand. Except, Spider-Man has it like, perfectly like straight. But a weird like ball jointed waist here where you can kind of pull it out and kind of move it, but that doesn't offer much articulation. It just kind of, I don't know, that's just kind of a cool thing. I know the Spider-Man Classics Carnage also has a ball jointed waist, but that one doesn't really do anything either. The legs kick up all the way, can actually rotate them all the way around here. Rotation here in the upper leg, double bend in the knee, rotation here in the start of his boot. The foot goes forward and back. I mean, I don't know if he has an ankle pivot or the ankle is just loose on it. But yeah, he has bend in the toe, goes up, goes all the way down. And of course, he has peg holes here, so you can take a display base, stick them on. And then, boom, stick them on a display base there. And he does stay on pretty good. Some display bases, I will say, they kind of suck. And yeah, so that's all for this review. If you'd like to, be sure to let me know. And I will see you guys in the next review. Wow.